Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1171, and today's topic is very informative and interesting globally, and the topic is laziness is an epidemic that is declared by World Health Organization WHO, and it was on 26 November 2020. WHO, World Health Organization, issued guidelines, and I have gone through the whole WHO reporting and some of the latest research publications in connection of laziness, its losses, and losses means in terms of US dollar and health, and also the lazy going and easy going is really epidemic. And if I say epidemic, is whatever I am telling here, discussing, is not my observation, or with the reference of WHO finding, WHO guideline, that I am discussing point wise, and I will be going one by one. And it is very interesting, lot of research is also going on, and that's why it is declared as pandemic. Pandemic means any health condition or lifestyle problem which is spreading very quickly to millions of the people. That condition is called epidemic. So it has become epidemic according to World Health Organization, where globally people are going easily, and laziness, lying here and there, and their attitude is changing. So first point what WHO has mentioned, that laziness means is not the changing of lifestyle which matters more, it is the changing of their attitude. Once I say attitude, it includes small behavior. Small behavior means not attending their duties, not following anything sincerely. Even for eating, they will be lying on sofa, and they will be asking somebody to bring anything. They will not go to their, even for small physical activities and some physical work. So that's why the WHO, World Health Organization, has mentioned in the reporting that out of 4, 1 adult is suffering from the disease of laziness, and that is roughly 20% or 3%, and also 1 adult in 5 is suffering from the same laziness disease, that is around more than 20%. So globally, adults and children both are having this laziness problem, this epidemic, and this percentage goes from 20 to 25%. And in this, according to WHO report and some researchers, they contributed that today 2.5 billion, globally 2.5 billion people are suffering from laziness, that is, I call it lazy going and easy going. And I'm sorry to mention about my family, I was having this impression that only in Chaudhariya Khandan, in my family, people are lazy going and easy going, they are very lazy. But when I went through all these research papers, I found that still my family members, my Khandan, they are better. Because one table is published, and that I will be discussing later on. In that table is published by WHO. First number goes to Kuwait as a country, where 67% of the Kuwaiti population is suffering from laziness. epidemic, followed by Saudi Arabia, 54% like that. So I will give that table later on. And the least are Africans. Most of the African countries, they are in single figure, 6%, 7%, laziness epidemic. And here what recommendation WHO is giving, that it is a must. The population should go for physical exercise. Aerobic exercise means you are sweating, you are doing some hard work or any type of outdoor activity, or even some we can say work also, where all the aerobic activities are involved, and according to report, 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours per day is necessary for teenage children, adolescents, according to WHO report. And it is mentioned there that actually why it is happening. In 19th century, 18th century, beginning of 19th century, most of the people globally, they were working up to 14 to 18 hours per day. And I am the witness, because in my childhood, when I was in India, I belong to farming community, and those people who were working at farm during daytime, they were involved in lot of harvesting and doing everything, and in the night they were asked to take care of the crop so that the thieves may not steal. So it was almost 24 hours, I can say. In the day they are working, and in the night they are sleeping in the field to take care of the crop. This I am talking of in the year 1960s. Slowly from 2018, globally at least in 95 countries, they adopted and they have reduced the number of days per week. In some countries it has gone to even 4 days, and number of hours are just 6 to 8 hours. Even somewhere it is only 4 hours. And in many cases now with new culture, that is indoor working, you work in your house. So these are all different factors. And also in lot of research publications they have mentioned from Colorado University, one James O. Kiffey, he has lot of publications, and he has mentioned that 2 exercises or sports, one is tennis, other one is badminton, can add 5 to 10 hours in the longevity, those who are practicing daily. And the other researcher, he published that those who are going for, this is for adolescents, young children, for swimming and cycling, it can add from 3 to 5 years in their longevity, in their age, in number of years can be added. And according to these researchers, the top is given, they call it rocket sports, like tennis, badminton, where according to paper, because it is having lot of stretching exercise, jumping here and there and looking and again, lot of physical activities, there you are sweating. And according to them, this is the best stretching frequency, stretching exercise, that is tennis and badminton, where rockets are involved. The other group of researchers, they have mentioned that swimming and cycling. And also they went up to that extent that the people who are senior, above the age group of 70, gentle walking. Just you walk, you have to do some physical activity. Then the latest research this year came, that is on protein. Protein is very, very important. And now there is new branch of chemistry as per the research, that is protein mix. Proteomics means it is a branch of chemistry where they are studying the work of protein at cellular level, at molecular level, at nano level, and what type of changes are there in your protein combination, protein structure, protein function with your laziness or with physical activities. And according to research papers, because they are very lengthy paper, if I am going to mention or write, it will take hours. So I have just given the summary and abstract of all those papers I am giving. So according to them, that those people who are regularly exercising, either in the form of sports or in the gym, anywhere, aerobic activities are there. In that case, their proteins is changed. Their structure, protein structure is different. And that protein structure is different because of such type of exercise, such type of, we can say, sports, like tennis, I have already mentioned, badminton, swimming, cycling, and it is adding lot of good health and number of years in their age. They have mentioned that it can go from 10 to 20 years addition. That is the lifestyle, and according to research papers, what they have mentioned, that it is lifestyle problem. Laziness is called sedentary lifestyle. Everybody knows sedentary lifestyle. And also it is mentioned, very interesting thing, that they asked the questions from some 6,000 people that exercise is good or bad. 98% people, they replied that it is good for health. When they came to the same people, that how many of you are following once you know it is good, 98% people are not following. They know it is good. In the same way, like tobacco or cigarette, on that packet is written that smoking cigarette is injurious to your health. It may cause cancer. They will read it and they will smoke. That is called attitude. That's why the WHO has mentioned the biggest problem of laziness is the attitude problem, behavior problem. And here, what I am saying today, it is 17 December. We are just going to enter in New Year. So in New Year, by changing calendar, by changing new date, celebrating 2024 is not going to change anything unless you change your attitude and behavior, your thinking. Once you are entering in 24, you should go for some new opportunities, for new possibilities, for new activities, to create more learning, more skill, more knowledge. Only changing calendar and dates inside houses and celebrating on the street, dancing in the club, casino, is not going to change. There will be a lot of problem. So that is the main thing. All I have already told you. And one by one I am just giving here. First let me see these points. What I have written is all, points from the WHO guideline. Number one, on 26 November 2020, the World Health Organization WHO launched the guidelines on laziness. Number two, laziness. Lazy going, easy going is responsible of changing your attitude. There are a lot of discussion is there about attitude. I have already summarized it. Number three, 1 in every 4 adults, 25%, and 1 in 5 adolescents, 20%, are suffering from most modern disease, and that is called epidemic disease, that is laziness. Number 4, as per WHO recommendation, physical activity is necessary, at least 2 to 3 hours of aerobic activity for adolescents. Number 5, laziness may need an extra expenditure of 80 billion US dollars per year. Because of laziness, the productivity of work is reduced, and also health problem is related to that laziness, that is called lifestyle health problem. So first, productivity, we are losing 80 billion US dollars. They have mentioned this in their research paper. And 40 billion we are losing as a hospital expenses because of this epidemic, that is called laziness. So here I am showing the cartoon image, which is very popular regarding laziness, is circulating on international platform, and I am thankful to Google and Wikipedia. From there I got it. Now this image or photo what I am showing is the photo of laziness, and this type of people are very common in my family. So I am showing, and I got it from Google, Wikipedia. Is again another image, or we can call photo of very clear laziness, that he is lying, he is obese, and that's why his attitude is totally changed like that. So in continuation, here number 5, that is COVID-19 pandemic 2019 and 2021. WHO reporting has mentioned that this is also one of the outbreak of COVID-19 further complicated the issue of laziness. Many people were indoor and they were isolated and they became lazy. Number 6, at the beginning of the 19th century, I have already told you all these things. I have already told you 86% of the global population was engaged in labor-intensive activities, and laziness was only for king and queen. And it is an international joke. We used to joke that British, they are royal. They belong to royal class, and Americans, they are labor class. The royal class means they are easygoing, lazy-going, and they are sophisticated. But Americans, they are enjoying luxury, but they belong to labor class, means they work a lot. They are hard working. Number 7, research report in New England Journal of Medicine. According to this report, 2.5 billion children and adults worldwide are struggling with obesity. And here USA goes number 1, followed by China, and number 3 is India. The National Family Health Survey of India, that is NFHS, reported this year that 14.5 million children are obese in India. Number 8, global report, 1 out of 3 female, roughly 38%, and 1 out of 4 male, that is roughly 25%, are not doing any physical activity. So it's a very big number. 38% of our females, they are sleeping well. They are not doing any physical activity. And of course, in Indian culture and tradition, I am sorry to mention that exercise by female is not in our culture and tradition. To go and attend some gym, or even to go for swimming or some other badminton or tennis or sports, there is not very common. Number 9, according to WHO, in 21st century, laziness epidemic is increasing at the rate of 5%, alarming. That's why it has declared epidemic. Every year 5% is increasing. It's a big number annually. Number 10, according to Dr. James O. Keefe, the Director of Preventive Cardiology, USA, tennis and racket sports, people will live longer, and Mayo Clinic Research, USA, mentioned that swimming and cycling add number of years, that is in longevity. So take it gently, because this table what I have mentioned, I have copied from WHO published table. And since YouTube is international, it is international platform, it will go to all these countries. So take it gently, it is not my personal data. So here, laziness table, country, and lazy people in percentage by WHO. First number goes to Kuwait, and in Kuwait there are 67% lazy people. Number 2, Saudi Arabia, 53%, Iraq, 52%, Brazil, 47%, Costa Rica, 46%, USA, 40%, Pakistan, 37%, England, UK, 36%, India, 34%, China, only 13%. Is a really, we have to give the credit to Chinese that they are in that group, highest group, but China is the lowest. They are hardworking. I mean, they are all hardworking means the people who are lazy, on that basis I am saying. Then come to, they are all African countries. African are the least. It shows that the laziness is not there in Africa, but sometimes they are not getting opportunity or platform to develop their skill. That is actually more political rather than any biological matter. So number 11, Togo. Togo is having only 9.50%. Nigeria 7.50%. Tanzania 6.50%. Lesotho 6.30%. Mozambique 5.60%, and Uganda 5.50%. So Uganda is the least in this table. So here I have just given just summary of today's research, latest research, and they are very interesting, and mainly they are on protein and laziness. Number 10, latest research paper, University of Colorado, USA, explain laziness on molecular and cellular level. They have gone deep inside up to protein level. According to researchers who exercise regularly have different proteins in their bloodstream, and that different protein, because protein, I am very much thankful to Google and also artificial intelligence that they are proposing up to 260 million structures. So protein is, everything for our living and building block, and every disease, bacteria, all goes to protein. And then the people who do not, proteins affect many different aspects of our body, from immune response. That's why to this year's Nobel Prize mRNA vaccine has gone to the scientist that is on vaccine, and that is protein research. Immune response and blood sugar level. Proteins are the heart of our busy interior biology. It's all capital letter, means it is quoted in the research paper. Number 11, nothing was known about this recent branch of chemistry called proteomics. Of the people who exercise, their protein chemistry differ from the lazy people. The latest branch, proteomics, is telling that it becomes two types of protein. The protein belongs to lazy people, and the protein belongs to the people who are physically active, who are doing exercise. And that is going to have very strong immune response as compared to people who are lazy. Their protein will be different, weak, as compared to the people who are active physically. and then number 12, we all know laziness. Lazy going, easy going is one of the root causes of many types of illness. Laziness is really one of the factor of lot of health conditions. Number 13, WHO has called upon the people to be active physically. That is the request of the WHO, I am quoting here, so that up to 5 million death, which is can be prevented. Now it is more than 5 million because this report is in 2020. It may be around 5 to 8 million people who are dying because of laziness. And number 14, proteomics. I am just giving the hint so that the students who are in chemistry, my students, because I am a medicinal chemist, the protein is I am dealing, so it is for them the latest branch of protein chemistry in which we study the interactions, functions, composition and structures of protein and their activity at cellular level. Here I have already told you that at nano level, these all cells, they are made up of protein, whether it is nucleoprotein, protoplasm, cell membrane, whole bunch is nothing but protein. And at nano level, all cells, they are communicating, they are networking like us inside the body. So that is the latest research. And in the last but not least, I am from Balrampur district, Tulsipur. I belong to farming family. I mean, my father and grandfather, they were rural farmers, but I became urban. So it is my request, because I can understand my family members. There are some thousands of people, we call them Khandan. To my understanding, many of them, they are lazy. They are suffering from laziness. So please come out of that condition, become active physically, and improve day by day your skill, because today we are in digital age. If we are failing to improve our today's skill, we are out from this planet. So with this, I will stop, and with all humility, my request, please change your attitude in coming new year 2024 and reject the lifestyle of laziness, that is lazy going and easy going. That is going to harm a lot to you all. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.